Hello viewers, good day to you. Welcome back. Glad you guys are here. This is a 2009 Infiniti FX35 with a 3.5 liter V6 Nissan Infiniti motor. Customer states that while driving, the vehicle will stall while coming to a stop on occasion. They also state there was a check engine light turned on, and they've had some recent work done to it just before 118,603 miles on the odometer. Now we can see here there is currently no check engine light illuminated. What we're going to do here, we're going to go out, take this thing on a test drive. I'm going to attempt to recreate the stalling condition that they had described, and then we're going to see if that check engine light pops up, and then we'll go from there. So stay tuned, because this is going to be a very good video. Opening the hood.
Oh, look who that guy is.
Alrighty, so I brought my scan tool with me. We're gonna take that along on the test drive. So let's get this unit plugged in and powered on. Beep, scan tool, powering on. We'll get her connected, then we'll go out and hit the road and see what this thing offers us for some evidence regarding our symptoms and situation. Okay, scanner's pulling it up. We've got the VQ35DE engine. That's 3.5 liter V6. Let's go ahead and pull up engine codes. I don't want to do that. Hurry up. Let's pull up our codes and see if any codes are in here without the light turned on. And then we'll go out and drive her around, see if we cannot agitate the system here. I had looked up and saw that there were warning lights on. Then it occurred to me that the scan tool was triggering those lights to kick on. So that no faults found in the ABS. It was just the scanner doing its system call. Okay, engine data pulled up, or engine menu pulled up rather. Let's see if there's any latent trouble codes here for us to document mentally. And we do. We've got a P0014 exhaust cam position timing advance / performance bank 1. So it looks like the position of the cam on the bank 1 exhaust is implausible. The ECM does not like what's going on here. Okay. All right, I think I've seen enough for the time being. Let's get clicker ticket seatbelt time. We need some mirror action. They're folded in. How do we get these open and close? There it goes. That's clever. All right. Let's go ahead and get out of here, hit the road, see how this thing acts, behaves, runs, and drives, and all that good stuff. So I'm thinking having a fault, or an intermittent fault, a consistent fault, whatever kind of fault, having a fault with the variable valve timing system on this engine would definitely cause like a stalling or low power or shuddering, surging condition, similar to the one mentioned in our complaint on our paperwork over there. So I do believe we have some kind of issue with the VVT system. Now this engine has 2 banks of cylinders. There's bank 1 and bank 2, and it's a dual overhead cam. So there are 2 camshafts per bank of cylinder. That's a total of 4 camshafts overall. So because we have 4 camshafts, it's going to be 2 sets of timing chains. It's going to be 4 actuators and 4 sprockets, and those sprockets are the part that allows the camshaft to turn in rotation to its center line. We just had some stumbling. It allows the cam to turn in rotation to its center line, thus adjusting its angle of attack. Yeah, I just felt it like right when we came up to a stop, so that kind of does confirm the complaint. It wants to stall and shudder. Oh, it did it again. I just gave it throttle and it kind of bloop, it fell on its face for a second. And overall, it's got decent power. It seems to run well, but we definitely have a drivability issue here. So we have confirmed and verified the complaint. Let's go back down to the bottom of the bridge, back to the shop. It's right there. We'll head back to the shop and swing this thing on in and give it a closer look under the hood. Brakes feel good. Suspension feels good. Car feels pretty good. These are really nice cars. I know people called them just a Nissan, but they're a much higher trim level than a Nissan. Hey look, I found my business card in the cup holder. That's passive advertisement at its finest. That'll end my moment of shameless self-promotion. Oh no, I was turning and the thing stalled on me. This is not okay. I'm just gonna come over here and drive through the grass. Everybody's looking at me like, what's this guy doing? Yeah, it just like stalled and died right when I went through that red light. That was not okay. Restarting the engine? You better start. That was not okay. All right, it's running again. Now I'm really going back to the shop. I'm not getting stranded in a customer's Infiniti. No thanks. So yeah, we definitely have an issue here. Something's wrong with the variable valve timing system. I have expected a check engine light to show up on that stalling event, and it did not. Uh-oh, what are we doing here? Nothing. We're towing cars with non-trucks. That was a Honda Ridgeline. It's a non-truck. Sorry, Honda guys. Anyway, we're back to the shop, going under the bridge. Let's get this thing nosed in and see what we have to work with here. Oh, it almost stalled again. Okay, well, we're back to safety at the shop, so let us nose her in right here, pop the bonnet, take a look under the hood, see what's going on in our engine compartment. Parking the auto. We'll leave it on for right now. Let's hop on out. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh, real quick, we're gonna turn this wheel all the way to the right. I was just taking a look at my paper over here, and it says that they were advised that the left front axle is slinging grease everywhere, and they want that rechecked also. So let's just go down below real fast and recheck that axle before proceeding. I will need my flashing light for that, and while I'm here, bear with me here. Let me just put the charge in this F-150 for the AC. We're gonna do this in ounces, and it was 2 pounds, 1 ounce, 16, 32, 33 ounces. There we go. Math. The math is mathing. Purging air. Okay. Now back to the task at hand. Get some lumens fired up here. Let's take a look at that axle. They said left front. We're all climbing around, and oh yeah, I see it. Look up there. It's the inner axle boot. Check it out. Look at all that grease. See all that grease flung up? That means that boot. Yeah, there she is. That one right there. Okay. Confirmed, does need left front CV axle. Copy that. All right. Now, check that off the list. Let us pop an easy hood. Let's see what we've got down here in Nissan land. 3.5 liters, that's the big engine. Okay, we will not be seeing much of anything with this cover on here, so let's go ahead and buzz these nuts off, and we'll get rid of this upper engine cover. And we can see what's going on here. Slippage. Oh, it's got 5, not 4. I stand corrected. Pick that guy up. Still can't see much. Okay, so we've got our intake manifold here. This is a dual throttle body engine. See, there's one right there, one right there. 2 intake tubes, 2 air filters, 2 mass airflow sensors. It's got the works. Right there, we've got 1 camshaft position sensor. That's another sensor on the other side. I think those are for the intake cams. The exhaust cams, I don't know if there's a sensor. It's around here somewhere, but I can't identify the solenoid. That right there, that's one of the solenoids that supplies oil pressure to the phaser gears under the cover. Likewise, there's another one right there, and it looks like somebody has already replaced those solenoids, perhaps in an attempt to solve this particular code. So that's the external components. It also looks like they've replaced the sensors as well. So someone's had their hand in this trying to fix it. They've put sensors and solenoids in it, and that did not seem to fix the problem. So I think what this will require is some more in-depth diagnosis. All right, well, seeing as how there's been attempts already made to resolve this issue, let's head back into the cabin. We're gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. And time to do a little bit of digging to figure out what's going on with this valve timing system. Alrighty, so this is about to turn into an invasive inspection. I was incorrect in my assumption with one thing regarding this particular VVT system. You see the intake cam, that one's oil actuated, but the exhaust cam, which I think is actually, yeah, that one should be the exhaust. The exhaust cam is actually actuated with a magnetic friction clutch, and I understand that I should be able to disconnect or remove this cover right here in front of the engine, and we can inspect the inside of that magnetic clutch. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pop these perimeter bolts out of this cover and pull this cover unit off of here. Once the cover's off, I can take a look at the camshaft sprocket, and I can take a look at the magnetic clutch side to see if there's any like scarring or damage or things of that nature that would prevent that system from working. So it looks like I'm gonna need just like I think a 10 millimeter. I should, yeah, 10 millimeter and maybe a little pry bar. Okay, so since this is unplugged, let's get down and start getting some of these bolts out of the perimeter of this unit. See if we can't pop this cover off for a closer inspection. Get rid of that guy. There's one bolt right there. Okay, next one, reaching down and back and under this coolant hose. I'm getting the farthest away hot ones first because, oh, why not? Oh, it's stuck, I can't get it. Magnet, need a magnet. How about a magnet on a screwdriver? Let's get in there and grab that guy. There we go. Whoa, got it, okay. That's two of them. Where's that next one at? Down even farther, I presume? Yeah, one way down even farther than that. Let's get that guy buzzed out. Yeah, that's 3 fasteners. Still can't see them all. Another one down there that I can't see, but I can feel it. You guys can't see either. It's okay. We all know we're here for the audio, right? Alright, so that's what, 5, 6. I think that's all the fasteners that kind of hang on to that thing. Let's get a pry bar in here and work this cover away from the actual timing cover. Pry driver. Let's just get right in behind something here. There's a little lip right here. A little tang sticking out, rather. Maybe I can pry off of that. Nope. Might have to hammer this thing off. It's got, oh, I missed one. Look at that. I missed a bolt. It's hiding behind this ground wire right here. That could have been bad for the integrity of the aluminum. Very bad. There we go. And while I'm here, I need to pluck this wire connector out of that aluminum housing. There we go. I think I got her. Cracked loose. It's being held up with this dowel pin. There's a little dowel. And I don't want to break it because I don't know if this part is bad or not. And breaking it would be not okay. Because then I gotta buy it. If you break it, you buy it. Those are the rules. At least those are my rules. Some people's rules, if you break it, you just make them buy it. But I don't think that that's okay. So when I break it, I buy it. Wiggle, wiggle. Please come off. It's moving. It's gonna come out. Just keep doing this. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but right here is where that little dowel pin thing is. So I'm gonna try to get behind this with this punch. And we're just gonna linear impact driver that cover away from that dowel pin. There it goes. Light tapping action. Come out. Came out some. Let's wiggle it some more with our pry bar here. I feel like something else is holding that up down at the bottom. Like, did I miss a bolt? I don't think I did. Yeah, no, there's no missing fasteners here. Maybe there's another pin down there somewhere. Maybe pocket driver pry action, a little bit of that. The thing moved. Maybe I missed a bolt. I think I missed one. Yeah, there's gotta be one more farther down. Okay, more disassembly required to get this component off. All right, well, judging from what I can't see and what I was feeling down here, I think that there is one more bolt that happens to be behind this serpentine belt tensioner right here. So I am going to come on in and pull this belt off. This is actually a little bit more invasive than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, we are just diagnosing this after all. I didn't plan on doing a timing job on this today, but I'm gonna at least try to come up with some answers in this thing so we know what we need to do moving forward. So the belt's coming off now. Let's get my ratchet back. It's a little warm in here. And then I can pull off this tensioner right here. See that? Actually, I think it's more than just the tensioner. I believe it's gonna be the plate that tensioner bolts to. I think that is what is capturing my final bolt here. Unclick you. Come on out, belt tensioning unit. Ooh, hot, that's a little warm. Okay, there's a pulley on there. I can't see past that pulley, so I'm just gonna disconnect that pulley as well. Take that guy off. Ooh, pulley gravity, come back, pulley. Don't wanna lose you. And your hardwares. Oh, I'm dropping stuff and it's hot. There we go. So there's a 14 right there on that little plate, and there should be one or two below it. Let's get those guys out of there. Yeah, I see one back there hiding out, right down there. Let's try it with an extension and a little bit more light. I had to move one of my lights. I couldn't see. I saw nothing down here. Let's get that guy loose. That one's tight. Maybe we'll try this one over here first. Unclickage. Wow, those are all super tight. Okay, not for the electron ratchet. So I did not quite expect that, but there appears to be quite a bit of torque on these 14 mil bolts here that hold this this bracket on. So we had to. Oh man, that's tight. Loud unclicks. There we go. Yeah, those guys they're in there pretty good. So that's one loose. Let's find the next one. Ow, that was hot right there. There's one right there. Let me get that guy out. Oh, bye, darling. Check you later. Say bye to the internet. She's going to pick up the children's Come on, there we go. That's a tight one too. They're all tight. Everything's tight on this car. Yeah, that's two loose. I'll buzz them out with the electron ratchet in a moment. I just want to get them all broken loose with my big ratchet here. There's one more down there. It's down low. Get low, get low. Okay, let's see here. Let's give this a tug upwards. That one turned without a click, but it did turn. This is good. Okay, now we'll switch it out, switch our socket and extension out to the electric ratchet, and then spin those out with some speed. Put that flashlight down. Troy, what you banging on over there? You're trying to break it? Is that the stud that's broken on that exhaust? Yeah. Oh, hit it harder. Yeah, so you're afraid to hit something broken. Well, if it's already broke, you can't break it more. Here, hang on, let me show you. Intermission. About that? Yeah. Here, switch me. Hold this. Okay. You hold this. Let me hold the hammer. Oh yeah, that's in there. Like a lot. Seriously? Seriously? Yeah, that's in there. Let's get the pneumatic one out next. We need more aggressive impacts. I choose this one and the pointy one. This pointy one, that's more pointier. Okay, let's try this again. More aggression. Seriously? I am not amused. I don't appreciate this. All right, new strategy. Okay, so clearly you guys can see I buggered this up pretty hardcore, and the stud won't come out, so I need to just drill the stud out. First, what I'm gonna do is hit this with the little polishing wheel and grind this flat, and then we're gonna drill it out. Loud noises, sorry. Yeah, that'll do it. Drill bit coming in right there. Smoking. Yep, we're getting through it now. Alright, so maybe that drilling action there was enough to loosen the grip that stud has on the flange. Perhaps I can knock it out now with my impact. See what she does. Not even close. Come on. Is that thing welded to the bottom? It's not right. Okay, more drilling. Hang on, one more distraction. I got a customer picking up a Mazda, and it's been parked for a while. Battery's dead, so I need to go and jump start that. So out to the lot we go. I need to move this Duramax Silverado. It's a big Duramax Silverado. Looky here. It's got bank stuff inside of it. Starting the engine. Fire this unit up. I need to get my truck out so I can get my jumper cables out. This is a constant distraction kind of day. Okay, good here. Parking the Silverado, powering down. The AC in this thing's louder than the Duramax is. For now. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Just get a jumper box, but my jumper box is junk, so I'm not using it. Starting's the Duramax again. We're gonna use the battery pack out back plus my super long extended jumper cables to get this Mazda restarted. All right, we're good here. Park that. Hopping out back. Let's get on to our giant electron containment unit. I need some cables. Not those. these ones right there. Oh, those are the big boys. And you guys said these big cables were stupid. They were wrong. Plug that guy in right there, right there. Red positive, black negatory. Good. That one. Let's see here. Let's do this right so I don't arc some stuff. There's positive. Okay, let's turn on the alternators too while we're here. There we go. Now this battery is connected to the alternators up front. Click that guy. Oh, gravity. That one goes on. I can't reach. There we go. Are the keys in there?
Yep.
Look good. Looks good. Everybody look good. Nice. It lives. It lives again. All right, good to go. Let's get that off. That one there. Good. We'll disconnect here, here, and this side quest is complete. Shut down our solenoid. There we go. That's temporary, by the way. All right, that was a success. That operation's complete. Let's get this thing backed out of the way so they can pull their car out. That was one of my first cars here when I opened the shop. Long-term project, turbocharged Mazda. I think we're good. Right about here. Yep. Parking the auto, powering down. Oh, there it goes. Goodbye, little Mazda. Okay, now back to our first distraction, since we just got finished with the last distraction. That's how it is. You got to think on your feet. You got to be agile, mobile, versatile, and sometimes hostile. Like right now, I'm going to be hostile. Come on. Now, is it drilled enough to punch through? Maybe. Loud noises. There, got it. It's out. Beautiful. Well, that was silly, but necessary. So now I can return this thing back to Troy and his S10, and we can get this thing back together also. And then I can go back to my Nissan Infiniti. Yay. All right, moving back in to the Infiniti. Let's get this bracket thing off of here. That's the bottom bolt for the bracket. And I already got the top one out, I guess. It's been so long, I already forgot what I was doing here. There's two out, one more at the bottom. I think there's just the three. I hope it's just three. I mean, well, that's whatever. If it's four, then I'll just take the other one out too. Let's see. No. Yes, no, maybe, I don't. I think I got the wrong one. Yeah, there's one more. I think that's one. Yeah, okay. Let's get that last one disconnected. Unclick. Yeah. Maybe that's not the one. Come on, bracket. What's the deal here? Let me guess. I got to take the crankshaft pulley off next to get this bracket off. Yeah. Yeah, about that. No. Maybe I just need to pry bar it. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's got a dowel hanging onto it or something. Or something. Ow. Why is... Oh, that's because there's a power steering pump next that's hanging onto it. All right, so let's take that off. You know, for such a simple, easy diagnostic, I'm getting in pretty deep now. This is not what I had been anticipating. I think there's a bracket bolt back here through the power steering pump. power steering pump pulley. There's that bolt, and then there should be one more up top, a little higher up, the smaller one. Yeah, that one there. Let's get that one loose, and then maybe I can swing that pump over and get that out of the way. Yeah, that's power steering bracket at the top. Ooh, don't fall out. There we go. Now, do I have enough stuff taken off? No. That's a flashlight. Let's wiggle this pump back. Might need some pry bar for that also to get it off of its bracket. Get back, pump. Get back, I say. Okay, the pump is off of that bracket that was capturing it, and I'm still, that bracket is still capturing this other bracket. So that did not do me much good. Okay, I skipped ahead through the intake box removal procedure. I'm trying to get that bracket right there removed, and I found it's got 2 more bolts on it way down there in that hole that bolt it to the block. So I can't get this bracket off unless I get this bracket off, and I can't get this bracket off because there's an exhaust in the way, and the whole time I'm just trying to get this cover off so I can inspect the magnetic clutch for the solenoid. This is not fun. I wish it was just on that side. If it was that side, we would have been done already. So we're doing this the remarkably hard way. Okay, we're coming in and going all the way down, way back there with the flex head ratchet. So here, let's see if, oh, it's gonna take some force here. There we go. That one turned. Okay, that one's loose. The question is can I get my flanges way back in there to get that bolt out? And even worse, how do I get the new one back in later? It's still kind of hot too. Okay. Got a extension on it, a 1/4" drive extension with a wobble socket, and that's enabling me to reach around behind that bracket, gravity, and get a hold of that fastener back there. See that? That's going to be a fun one to get back in. It's a challenge enough just to get the thing out. Okay, get my socket back, and then I'll go back in there with my magnet and fish that bolt out of the hole there. This is like rocket surgery of the highest quality. I dropped my magnet. Oh, come on out there. Try again. Go in from the top. Come on. Okay. I've got the bolt. There's one of them. One more to go. Now this one I have to get from the front side of that bracket. So we're just gonna go at it with a straight socket and extension right there. See that? We'll come on down with the ratchet. Get that ratchet on the extension. There we go. See if I can't get this guy to crack loose. And oh, there's one click. Re-ratcheting. Click number 2. There we go. Okay, that's gonna come out good. So we can switch back out to our 14 flexi on the 1/4". Use this driver to spin that nut, bolt, fastener out of the block, and that should release the bracket that's capturing the bracket that's capturing the bracket. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, more loose. There. Uh-oh, it came off. Oh, no way! I broke my piece of crap extension. That was not a snap-on extension. And now there's pieces of it stuck in my socket. Okay, side project, extraction. Come out. Yeah, that's in there pretty good. But we're gonna need maybe like a curvy angular pick. Fortunately, there's a hole in the front side of this. Just push that guy out. There we go. Okay, back in action, new extension. Let's try this again. Re-entering the dungeon. Let's get that guy on there. One more bolt. Oh good, the bracket's coming free. Yeah. That's what we need. I need to achieve freedom on this bracket. Let's fetch that fastener so it doesn't get lost. You go up there. Power steering, you just sit right there, that's fine. There. Okay. There's the bracket. That was capturing this right there on this bracket. Okay. Now, I'm assuming there's one more fastener. Yep, sure enough, there it is. There's the last bolt for the front of this little cover right here. That's what I needed. That's all I needed right there was that. Just the one bolt and nothing more. That was so easy. Oh, and it's on the ground, or on the panel. I see it, I think. Got it. There she is. Okay, that goes back up on the air filter. Now, I would like this thing to come out. Anything else holding on to it? Negative. It has achieved freedom, and let's see what we have here. We got our big gasket. Set that aside. This is the magnetic induction coil. This thing, it's kind of like a clutch where this is supposed to grip onto this friction plate right here. Now, understand that if you find irregular wear on that friction plate, you have to replace the actuator, and it appears that there's no irregular wear on that. Let's see if I can't get a look at those timing chains, at least get a finger on them. We'll see if any of them are loose. It's a negative on that one. That one feels good. I can't reach the one in the back. What I'm seeing here is this intake cam. That's this one. The top of the chain is right there. And then the other side of the chain running down is over here. So what that tells me is that this exhaust cam is being run off of the intake cam because there is no additional chain that runs down to the crankshaft. And if we look right there, we can see the smaller exhaust cam, or exhaust cam chain rather. That's the top side of it. Then the bottom side, let's try to get down in here a little bit and see the bottom side of it. Oh, I see it right here. Yep, there is the bottom side. So see the link right there? So this cam simply runs off of this cam. So that tells me that that cam being out of phase cannot be caused by a sloppy chain. I mean, it could be, but the chain that runs this cam is not sloppy or loose, and it is in time. So I don't speculate that this the primary chain for the intake cam is faulty. Otherwise, we would have camshaft position codes or issues regarding the intake side of it, which leaves me to believe that the only possible cause is either going to be this actuator right here on the exhaust side, or the magnetic actuator that is integrated into the cover over here. So I believe that the problem with this trouble code, this P0014, has something to do with this magnetic actuator that's housed inside of this cover. I do understand that there is a way to get this actuator out. There's some kind of like kit that comes with like little paper shims or something, and you're supposed to like shim this this area right here, here, and here in order to get the thing to release. I've never done that before. I don't know how to do it, but I understand it is possible. If the replacement just comes with this, I guess I'll have to figure it out. Anyway, to kind of rule out anything obvious, I'm taking a look at the wires here, and I don't see any frays or breaks in the actual wiring, which leads me to believe that the fault is somewhere inside of this coil, or perhaps it's even this friction material here that is supposed to clutch onto the face of of that exhaust camshaft actuator. Either way, I cannot do anything without any parts, but I do believe that this is our affected component causing the trouble code. So let me see what I can do about finding one of these and getting it ordered, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, so returning to the scene of the crime here, we're giving this front friction plate one more inspection, and it's looking really good here. There's almost no marks indicating wear, or irregular wear rather, on the front of this plate. Seeing as how we do not have an intake camshaft failure trouble code in the system, we have a full engine oil level, and we've already had somebody change out gravity. Already had somebody change the solenoid that actuates our intake cam. That does lead me to believe that our issue again lies with our magnetic retarder on the cover itself. Now, that being said, I don't have one of these covers, and these covers are not easily obtainable. I've got to get this thing from Nissan. They do make some of them in the aftermarket variety, but I'm not really interested in putting an aftermarket component on there. Having said that, these covers with this magnetic retarder inside tend to be a fairly pricey component, and because of that, the owner wants to kind of sleep on it and let me know tomorrow what they would like to do with this car. So at this point, I have no more to offer you guys regarding our diagnosis and regarding this particular video, other than a thank you for watching this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to tap that like button while you're down there. And most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later. Into this particular video. Hopefully there's going to be a part 2. Actually, there will be a part 2, because even if they decline this, we're going to put it back together, and we'll talk about it a little bit more in detail. So again, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later. Into Nissan, into 3.5 liter V6, into variable camshaft retard code, into video.